I've got your back. I am at your command. Let's get going then.
fire, a capricious element. Often deadly, but always exciting.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. You look tired, friend. The Bannered Mare has beds for rent.
Still here. I am at your command. Let's get going then.
My favorite drinking buddy. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
You're someone who can get things done. I like that.
I'm right behind you. I am sworn to carry your burdens. Lead on.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. The finest weapons and armor. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Ah, hello, my Nord friend. What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know. Thank you very much for your business.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. What do you need, my friend? Ah, so you're an alchemist then. I think I can teach you a thing or two. You look rather pale. I think I can teach you a thing or two. Come back anytime if you need a... Pardon me, but do I think I can teach you a thing or two. I have several elixirs for... There's nothing more I can teach you. Good day.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else.
Got something for just about everybody here. Everything's for trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Get up there.
My pa says elves are bad and not to trust them.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can
turned
just
inside
keep
out
walking.
and then exploded. What did you do?
I don't care
how many colleges.
I've already collected
How much
two
the sea
experiments.
swallows up. I'll
This.
outlast them all.
This is why people have a problem
I
with
don't feel
college.
it.
Come on in.
So don't bother
Just stoke
asking.
the fire. Take a seat and get the coal down. If there's anything you need, just let me know. I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college, though even that's dried up some. That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss. Until next time. If you've business at the college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our business comes from. I understand Courier's been complaining about our customers
Because of
again.
that college.
What of it? It's our inn, and they cause him no harm.
I believe he was suggesting their presence causes him harm.
Well, then he's welcome to eat and drink at home, isn't he?
You're a wizard? I mean, you cast that spell just now, yeah?
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet?
Make me
That's
invisible or
gold
something.
wasted, friend.
Can you? Make me invisible?
It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then. You mean the inn or Winterhold? Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. Most folk packed up and left years ago. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living. He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes. Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you. Yeah.
If there's anything you need.
I was hoping you could make me invisible or something. Can you? Make me invisible?
Hey!
Oh, you're a wizard? I mean, you cast that
How long are we gonna let Ranmir drink himself into a stupor? When will enough be enough?
As long as he keeps paying, I suppose. Keeps himself and isn't hurting anyone.
Oh, are you sure of that? I think Birna might disagree with you.
It's not my place to get involved in their family's business, remember? You're the one that told me to stay out of it.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat. Hey! How long are we gonna let Ranmir drink himself into a stupor?
You're a wizard?
When will enough be enough?
I mean, you cast that
As long as he keeps paying, I suppose.
Well,
Keeps
I'll just have to
himself
think
and
of
isn't
something
hurting
else
anyone.
then. Bye.
Oh, are you sure of that? I think Birna might disagree with you.
It's not my place to get involved in their family's business.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Stay out of it.
We may not have as much to offer as Whiterun or Solitude, but we'll do what we can to make you stay a pleasant one.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking. Who are you to say what I should do?
I say you
I'll
didn't
pay her
hear
back
any
when
loud
I'm ready.
noises last night, did you? No,
You're
explosions?
right. What would my forefathers think if they knew I wasn't paying my debts? Tell Haran I'll bring her the gold I
certainly
owe.
not. A small experiment may have gone
Oh,
awry.
you're a wizard?
Clearly with no
I mean, you...
consequences.
Oh, well, I'll just have to think of something else
Is this something I
Bye.
need to worry about in the future? This is business with the college. You're welcome to stay here.
That would be
It's
quite
where
an
most of our
important-
business is.
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you?
Winterhold
you're
doesn't
a
offer
wizard?
much, but we like
I-
living
I
here.
mean, you-
Been here all our lives. If you're here for the college, don't let the folks in town bother you. Just try and keep to yourself.
Think of something else then. Bye.
Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagur could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them. See ya.
Do what's necessary so we can get by. Have to, since I can't count on my brother for anything.
If there's anything you need, just let me know. Well, not exactly. Listen, we're friends, right? I wonder if I could ask a favor of you. It's about Ranmir. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with him being here all the time. He mostly keeps to himself, and so far he's been able to pay. I just hate to see what's happened to him. He hasn't always been like this, you know. Drunk, I mean. Oh, he was a different person. Happy, outgoing, like anyone who's in love. See, Ranmir was involved with a pretty young woman named Mirabelle Ervine. The two of them were very happy together, I thought. One day, she just disappeared. Ranmir was convinced she'd run off with someone else, leaving him behind. He turned to drinking. And what's left of him is what you see here every day. I'm not sure. I hope that maybe if she could be found, if he had some sort of explanation, that maybe he could put himself back together. I'm in no position to go searching for her, but perhaps you could. Until next time. If there's business at the college, you're welcome to stay.
Now here's a man I'm glad to see. Oh no. Dagur's been talking at you, hasn't he? Gotten you roped into his little plan to fix Ranmir's life. I'll tell you what I told him. Stay out of it. It's none of your business. Those aren't folks you want to get tangled up with.
And there haven't been any problems.
Enough to know that it's not worth it. Ranmir's a good boy, and he doesn't deserve what fate pushed his way. But there's only so far I'll go to risk my neck. One night, Ranmir was in here like always, drinking himself to death. When I told him there was no more hunting brew, that he drank all of it, he got angry. He ranted at me. How I didn't know what he's been through. How Isabel broke his heart when she ran off with some thief named Vex. He said he'd even gone to Riften to try and find the bastard. I think maybe he was hoping they'd just kill him, and that'd be the end of it. Dagur never heard any of this, and I chose to keep it to myself. I'm only telling you so you don't get into trouble. Riften and thieves means trouble. Just leave it alone. No, there isn't, and I suggest you leave it at that. I don't want to see anyone get hurt over this. See ya.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking. Yeah. I'm just trying to have a quiet drink.
How long are we gonna let Ranmir...
Oh, no, you
By
don't.
order of the Jarl, stop right there.
How long... Gonna let Ranmir drink himself
It's
into
not
a
like there's
stupor?
anything to do here but drink anyway.
As long as he keeps paying, I suppose.
Got any ale or mead?
Oh, are you sure of that?
My favorite drinking. Let's get some mead.
Someone that told me to stay out.
You ask me, not enough of Winterhold fell off into the sea. Until next time.
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you? Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top.
And is this something I'll need to worry about in the future?
Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk.
Are we running low on meat?
Some line about this clothing and Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what. I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem. Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you? Until next time. I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Why? I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you?
Oh yes, quite fine. My accommodations here continue to be just what I need.
There haven't been any problems.
Are you referring to your other customers? No, everything is quite all right. I expected it.
I see. Well, let me know if things get out of hand.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking. No. Gods no, not for years. I left Winterhold for some time, and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues.
Ranmir drink himself into a stupor. When will enough be enough?
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
He's himself and isn't hurting.
All right then. My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by.
Their family's business, remember? You're the one that told me to stay out of it.
Oh. The mages don't let us go into college. They said it's not safe enough. Athens is called because the college makes lots of bad things happen. But the mages I've seen look nice.
I'd sell just about anything if it's worth my time.
Even Ranmir.
Keep that in mind, will you?
Just keep an eye on it. It's such a chore to restock.
I suppose that's a benefit of having so few guns.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. A standard spell for one skilled in destruction magic is the Firebolt. Casting one at the seal on the ground here would be sufficient. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Ervine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. No matter. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. You'll need to speak with Mirabelle Ervine. Her quarters are in the Hall of Countenance, but she could be anywhere on the grounds. She's the master wizard here. Archmage Haran may be in charge, but Mirabelle runs the place. You do well to remember that. We are the only group left in Skyrim dedicated to the study of the arcane. There are others who study, to be sure, but they do so in private and often in secret. Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Winterhold's story is no longer
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind this.
I'm used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor receive no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage.
Very good. Then we're done. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. I think the college is It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. After I've finished showing you the grounds, we can talk. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Fame. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. Now I'll show you the your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. After I finish showing you the grounds, initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know. Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary. There are no expectations. This college is a place to study and practice magic freely. Hopefully any discoveries made in your pursuits will be shared with the members of the college first. That way we all benefit. Well, that depends on what you're looking for. Faralda can teach destruction spells and offers training in that school. Phinis is one of the best conjurers in all of Skyrim and can help with spells from that school. Don't let Tolfdir fool you. He's the preeminent scholar on alteration. One of the best in Tamriel, and always willing to pass on his knowledge. If you can find him and focus his attention, there's a great deal Drevis can teach you about illusion magic. And finally, there's Colette. She may be difficult to get along with. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to restoration magic. If there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly. Day-to-day operations are my responsibility, which means if you become a problem, you get sent to me. Mine is not a popular position. Someone needs to keep things running smoothly around here.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching you, all of you, very closely. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice. Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusting. Now that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, we seek only to help Skyrim, to guide its people through this time of transition, to help lead them to a better future. Your superior and I were simply having a discussion about my level of access to the college. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. I shall be quite capable of observing everything that goes on here. Are you...
You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone that I told you. Got it? Huh? Good. Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits. Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds. I hope you've got some coin. Let's just take a look, then. All right, then. There are some experiments college grounds, if they're aware of them, of course.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Faralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you.
Don't trust that one. He's up to something. Most here are up to something, of course, but in his case, it's not good. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. He is rather handsome, though, isn't he?
Until next time.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you. He asked far too many questions about my research. I think the Thalmor are trying to steal my work. I haven't told him anything, of course. What I'm doing is far too important. Can't breathe a word of it. You mean the official sort of business? Well, no. No, not really. All right, then. The exact nature of my research is secret, right? But it really is quite valuable. I don't think anyone here truly understands how useful my work will be.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
What now? Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us. If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful.
If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please, let me know. If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming their town. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college. I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here. Necromancy, as any other type of magic, is a tool to be used. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it. Not within society, no. Many who practice within the School of Conjuration do so on their own, secretly. Phalion is the only one I know who is public about what he does. He was once my teacher here, but left the college years ago. He didn't like the Archmage, hated dealing with him, hated having to answer to him. Thalion said he hated what this place was becoming, so he just left. Arin found a note on his desk, and that was it. I understand he settled down in Hjalmarch, and his presence there caused something of a problem. I'll teach you some of what I know, but be careful. Until next time. There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
You can see me? Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent. Oh my, that's quite a difficult question. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. Whether they're friends or foes, they're almost all susceptible to illusion spells. They can turn the tide of a battle in a moment's notice. There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. Invisibility is tricky to master, but exceptionally useful. There's nothing more I can teach you. You already know all that I know. You have gone beyond my teachings, which is quite a feat. I did not think it possible. But there is always more to learn. I believe you are ready for the next step. Knowledge of truly powerful illusion spells is here at the college, but it is hidden from those who might misuse it. I shall teach you a spell to discern things hidden from others. With it, you will be able to acquire the texts you need. Bring all four to me, and I shall use them to inscribe the spells for you. There may be a matter in which your skills could be useful. The various points of focus for magic energies around the college have become polluted and need cleansing. Very well. These specially enchanted gloves will allow you to delve directly into the focal points for these energies. Go to each focal point and remove whatever impurities you may find there. Return the gloves to me when you have finished. Please exercise caution. This is not a procedure without possible consequences. Use the gloves to clear the focal points. Return to me when you have finished. I thought I made this rather clear. Until next time.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim. I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, perhaps Urag has a book you can read. No, I can't. I have enough to keep me busy. View it as a chance to hone your craft. I need some more supplies. Can you help out with that? I'm running low on lesser soul gems. If you can bring me 3 more, that would be helpful. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you.
Get away from me! You consider restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you? Good. Good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some, and I shan't name names, who would disagree. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in. Well, no, not really. Not directly, I mean. But I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations cease when I enter rooms. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it. All right, then. Restoration is a... valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Why are my research materials constantly disappearing?
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward. Yes, they have. I can feel the difference already. But, of course, I'm far more in tune with these sorts of things than most. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance. Farewell.
My dearest Urag, how are you today, my green-skinned friend?
Did you need something, Colette?
I only wish to escape the constant glaring of my colleagues and discover an opportunity for repose. Your arcanium is so lovely and quiet.
I see.
five-fanged acquaintance. I shan't trouble you a bit.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. All right then.